heard the phrase ask, believe, and receive. That's the basic formula for creating with the law of attraction. So let's break down each of those steps to get a bit more clarity. Ask. This seems pretty simple, but most of us are even too afraid to ask ourselves what we really want. What really truly makes us happy? What is our soul asking for? So the ask phase is asking and inquiring within yourself, what is it that you truly desire? And then taking that desire and that wish and that ask and getting a clear and focused intention surrounding that. You want to make sure that you're asking from a place of joy and deserving, as opposed to asking from a place of lack and want and desperation. Because we create out of the emotions that are surrounding our desires. So if your desire is surrounded with gratitude and joy, it's going to manifest more of that. So you're asking yourself what you really want. You're telling the world your desires, what you truly want, and being unafraid to let the world know what it is that you're desiring, and then asking the universe. The second step is believe. So you have to believe that what you're asking for is really possible for you. You can do that by feeling gratitude for what you're asking, as though it has already been accomplished, and bringing in that emotion of gratitude and satisfaction into when you visualize about your desire. You also want to be open and receptive to inspired action. You might find that you have little flashes of inspiration or nudges from the universe to take a certain course of action, and you want to be willing and receptive to taking action in those moments. Sometimes how we block ourselves is by sitting down and thinking, I have to find a solution, I have to find a solution, I need to know what the exact next step is, I need to know what the next 10 steps are. And when we build ourselves into that level of anxiety in trying to plan it all out, we're inserting our will onto the situation and trying to control every detail. And then again, we're blocking ourselves from the result, because the universe likes to flow in the path of least resistance. So as soon as we back off with all of that crazy human anxiety that we have, we allow the universe to take an easier flow. It's like we are removing the dam so that we can allow the water to flow. The water wants to flow, so we just need to get out of our own way, just with all that anxiety. We don't need that. So as soon as we start to feel that water flowing again, that's when the inspired thoughts and actions come to us. And the third step is to receive. That can be tricky in and of itself, because sometimes we feel guilty receiving. So it's a good practice to open yourself up to being not only okay with receiving, but being willing and celebrating in receiving. So think about the past times that you've had success or joy in receiving, and think about that and feel that emotion. You want to be in that vibration of celebration, and that is the mode in which we receive. If you're given a gift and you cringe up and get tight and feel guilty and unworthy of receiving it, that pushes more of the goodness away. So we want to live in that moment of celebration. So think about your past successes that felt really good and feel those feelings. So the asking, believing, and receiving, all three kind of overlap onto each other. It's not step one, step two, step three. It's step one, step two, step three, step two, step one, step three. It like all goes over on top of each other. It's really kind of a, I guess instead of a straight line, it's more of a circle, and you crisscross across the circle, and I guess you're in the center of the circle. Whoa, this is getting crazy. So yeah, maybe you're in the center of the circle, and the ask, believe, and receive is all around you, connecting through you. One way that we block ourselves in manifesting is that we get attached to the outcome, and we get attached to our own will, and we get attached to the idea of how we think it should unfold. And often what we want is delivered to us in a package that we don't recognize. So if you are running into meeting failure after failure, it might be that your success and what you desire is trying to come to you from a different avenue. So we have to release that attachment to it unfolding exactly as we had planned, and being open and willing and receptive to seeing things come to us from different angles and different places and different people and different circumstances. We just have to be open and willing to allowing all of that to happen. That's part of taking down the dam. We have to let the water flow. Just remember that you are worthy of receiving. You deserve to receive. You have no shame attached to asking. You have the right to ask for what you desire from a place of knowing that you deserve it. And through that good vibration, your asking, your believing, and your receiving will all fold together into what you truly desire.